All right, in this podcast, I'm going to do part C of this Ferris wheel question. And part C wants you to find out how long will it take the wheel to make one complete revolution. So meaning what is the time it takes to get from this point on my graph, so from here to the next minimum point. So that's considered one revolution is when you start it, when you actually end up at the very beginning. So I want you to understand here that this distance right here is considered our period. Okay, so the period is actually the time it takes to complete one revolution. Now, to find the period of this graph, you can actually use the function that they give you here. So since we are working with a cosine graph, more specifically in radian mode, your formula is going to look as follows here. We're going to take our period of the cosine graph and we're going to divide it by the absolute value of the b value. Now let's scroll up to my function up here, and if we look at our function here, my b value, always double check that it has been factored out, and if you look carefully at the argument, it has been factored out. So now we simply take our 2 pi and divide by my b value, which is pi over 30. Okay, so we are dividing by a fraction here. So 2 pi divided by pi over 30 radians, okay? So when you divide by a fraction, once again, this is very simple stuff here, you want to multiply by its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of the absolute value of pi over 30 is 30 over pi. So therefore, my period for this example here, these pi's will cancel out and I get 2 times 30, which gives you 60. So what this means is it takes 60, I believe this is in seconds, it takes 60 seconds to complete one revolution. Okay, so that's my period there. So finally, for part D of my lesson or this question, please see the next podcast.